Lithium prices have rebounded sharply. Are we at the start of a sustained upcycle or still early in the recovery?
I think we're early in the recovery. Very exciting to see the lithium price lift off that 8,500 per tonne low. And at that price, there was no incentivised supply. So we knew it was coming back up. It's moved up a little bit quicker than a lot of the industry commentators have suspected, but it's very positive. And now with some issues in the Middle East and oil prices, it's not hurting the lithium price and the demand for lithium. So demand for lithium is coming from obviously electric vehicles, renewable power storage, but also robots and things like that. Solid state power uses more lithium than a normal battery. So for the demand for lithium, it looks very bright.
The Prairie project is being positioned as a commercial scale DLE project. Where are you at today in proving that process actually works at scale?
Yes, so the Prairie project is in Saskatchewan in an oil field. So we have all the infrastructure associated with that. We've done a lot of testing on our brine. So direct lithium extraction works for various brines in different ways. We know that the technology supplier that we selected, it works extremely well for our brine. And now we just need to show that it works at a commercial scale. And that plant is under construction and we are looking to full production by the end of December this year.
You've positioned the project in North America at a time when supply chains are being reshaped. How important is that from a strategic and valuation perspective?
Yes, look, there's only one refinery in the US, and being in Canada, there has been a little bit of friction between Canada and the US under the current president. And we have relationships with some of these refineries in the US that are on the drawing board. But more recently, our contacts have been throughout Asia. And with signing of the binding contract with Hydro Lithium in South Korea, that's a very exciting move for us. And we think that Korea and other countries in Asia are looking to wrestle some of the supply chain that China have on lithium processing. And we want to be part of that process.
You've secured binding offtake for 100% of phase one. How important is that in de-risking the project from a market perspective?
That's extremely important. We are producing in the early stages of the project a midstream product, which we call a lithium chloride. And when we first put this on the drawing board in a down market, we had to wonder where we're going to sell this product. Now we have 100% offtake with Hydro Lithium of South Korea, and that gives us the confidence to fast track the construction of the first phase and then quickly move to 1,000, 3,000, 5,000 tonnes per annum. And that material is being demanded by Hydro. So we need to push on with that. First, we have to get over the hurdle of going into production in December, and then it's sort of pedal to the metal with drilling additional wells and building out DLE facilities.
You've got access to power, roads, and existing infrastructure. How much does that reduce execution risk?
It's a massive advantage, and I talk to a lot of shareholders, and the fact that we operate in an oil field that's been in operation for at least 75 years, and we're in the prairies, it's flat, there's not a lot happening out there, there's some mining operations. When I stand on pad number one, in all directions I look, I see oil and gas facilities. So everyone is very familiar with those facilities. We have drill rigs available, we have labour available that are skilled in what we are doing, and that's bringing material to surface, filtering it and re-injecting that material back down. But shareholders do ask me about the oil and gas. Yes, it's an oil and gas field, but there is no oil and gas in our brine. Our brine is just a lot of salt and a lot of lithium, and the hydrocarbons are at a different horizon, and we don't have any contamination from things like oil and gas, H2S or anything like that. We have a very clean brine, and that helps us with our production.
With demand accelerating, is lithium still one of the best long-term commodity bets?
I'm always going to say that, aren't I? Because I'm in the lithium industry, but I believe that is. There isn't a substitute for lithium, and we know that LFP batteries are being built and will be built for a very long time. I mentioned solid state before, they use up more lithium. So all the technologies are always using lithium in their batteries. So I think it's the right place at the right time. Being in Canada is an absolute pleasure. Being in this province of Saskatchewan, the government assistance and the cooperation from all the stakeholders I was a little hesitant moving into Canada after doing a lot of work in the US, but I'm so lucky we did move to Canada, and it's just a pleasure to be working there.
Thanks for a great update, Paul.